Hello guys, and welcome back to GT Retro World. Well, I thought I'd just show you this today. It's the Anker 521 portable power station, or powerhouse they call it, and it's a 256 watt hour battery pack. I did fancy something like this, but I was just going to buy a battery, to be honest, for like going portable and whatnot. But I seen this at the deal price. I thought, hang on a minute, like, look at that. It's got a few nice little bits and bobs in that, like the AC socket on the front and the cigar lighter socket, you know, and the USB-Cs and the USB-As and the display and whatnot, and the little lamp in it as well. And I thought, yeah, I'll give one of those a go. It'll charge, I think it's 3,000 cycles, and it'll still be at 80%, so that's good. The warranty on this is 5 years, which is a no quibble 5-year warranty. Now, I've had a few things with Anker go wrong in the past, and they've been absolutely like that, spot on at sorting out any issue at all, so I trust them in that respect, all being well. And they're claiming it's got like a 10-year lifespan or something like that, which is quite good. It's got a nice carrying handle on it, so I'm led to believe, and it looks alright. It's not too bulky, I don't think. Again, we haven't looked at this yet, so we'll pop a box open and have a look at it, and we'll go from there. Well, I'm normally not one for recommending something after a couple of days of use, but my goodness me, this little Anker 521 portable power station, or powerhouse as they call it, is absolutely incredible. I mean, I've had so much fun over the last couple of days, unbelievable with the damn thing. For instance, last night I had it at the side of my bed. I hooked the TV, the soundbar, which is a 43-inch, I think it is, this TV. And the soundbar is a Sonos soundbar. Obviously, they all consume power, and this thing was just eating it alive, no problem at all. And as well as that, I had plugged in those two into the AC, and it was an extension. I also had my iPad charging off the USB-C, and also I had my Apple Watch charging on one of the USB-As. For some weird reason I thought it was going to be 2 kilos, but it's not. It's just over 4 kilos, which is not bad, I don't think. The handle makes it feel quite light, so I wouldn't mind trundling this up 1,000 foot, no problem. Maybe 2,000 wouldn't bother me at all, so that's really good news for me, like. And also this little light at the bottom, if you get stuck, it's great, isn't it? You've got the light there, and you've also got, watch, I think that might show you, it's the last one. Hang on. There you go. You know what that is, guys, don't you? Yeah. Yeah, there you go. So that's a good little light. It works quite well. It takes round about 4 hours to charge. Now, it took today around about just short, it was about 2 hours 40 minutes thereabouts, but there was 22% left in it after last night's use, which was around about 2.5 hours. I was watching a few bits and bobs on TV, obviously the soundbar and the charging the iPad and the watch, and I was pleasantly surprised. I mean, the great thing of this for me is that we've got 4.2 kilowatt of solar on the roof, so during the day I just plug it in, let it charge, then it's ready to go again on the night. So this is going to be almost free power for me. Like, well, it is free power, isn't it, to be honest? Yeah, so we've got 200 watts AC from the inverter, 18 watts with the USB-As. We've got 60 watts with the USB-Cs, which is absolutely fantastic. What a speed of charge. I mean, my iPad Pro was getting quite warm, mind you, but I can't see it being a problem. We've got 12 volt 10 amps from the car socket. Again, that would run a CB, wouldn't it, if you wanted to, or a radio, no problem at all, really. I mean, even an HF set should be fine if you're keeping the power down, no problem whatsoever. So that's my idea anyway. That's the whole plan with this thing. But I think it's going to be getting used every day, this, at home and out. It's just going to be, I want to try and make it pay for itself, put it that way. That's the whole idea of it anyway. But yeah, I'll give you a little look around it anyway, a bit of a sharper look. So if you're wanting to use AC, you plug whatever you want in there up to 200 watts. I mean, I wouldn't go daft with it. There's no need to, is there? You're not going to, I mean, the missus said to me, oh, will it take a hairdryer? No. We know that, don't we? 200 watts. So anyway, you've got your 100 watts, 150 watts in, even 200 if you so desire. And you just basically hold that button in, and that's it, that's fired up. It's basically like an on and off switch like you have on your wall, you know. And that turns it back off. for argument's sake, your TV's 100 watts or whatever, it'll actually show up on here and give you a rundown what your remaining hours are left on it. So if it thinks you're going to be reusing 100 watts for, I don't know, an hour or two or whatever, it'll give you the remaining time in this bottom right hand corner, which is pretty neat. Right, another thing I noticed with this as well, you can charge it, believe it or not, from the wall wart or the power supply that comes with it on the rear here. Can you see there, guys? You can charge it through there, which is what I've been doing. I don't know why it says recharge your power station to activate it before using for the first time, but it wouldn't do anything without doing that, so that was a strange one. But anyway, there we go. Ah, what's that there? That's all what we've got here. Right, charging temperature 32 degrees Fahrenheit to 104 Fahrenheit, or 0C to 40 Celsius, so there you go. Right, what I was going to say there, basically you can charge this from the rear and also from the USB-C. Now you can use both at the same time to speed charging up, which will actually rate up to 125 watts, and the power supply is 65, so you've got a maximum 60 watt in off the USB-C, so obviously you're going to double your charge rate up on it if that's what you so desire. Like I think it's 65 watts from the cigarette lighter, which is down here. I haven't tried that yet, guys, but there's a cigarette lighter. It is what it is. We'll give that a go in due course. But yeah, that's pretty good. You can also charge it up to 65 watts as well off the solar bank that they do. I think it's like a fold out, is it 3 or a 4-way fold out solar panel. I think it's about £250 or £300 thereabouts. They fluctuate the prices on Amazon all the time, which is quite annoying, but it looked quite interesting that. 65 watt, it's going to charge quite well, all being well, you know. You maybe just get 50 watt out of it, because obviously conditions are not perfect for solar all the time. I mean, my system on the roof, it's 4.2 kilowatt rig, but you normally don't get that. You normally get what, 3.8 or something, 3.9 maximum. I've seen well over, to be honest, I've seen well over 4,200 in the early years, but we've had it up like I think 8 or 9 years that now, so it's started to drop off a little bit, but it's always doing well. You'll still peak over 4 kilowatt, but yeah, it's how solar works. So if you say they're going to do 40-50 watts, it's going to charge it if it's left outside, if you're out and about, I suppose. Whether you want to cart it about is another thing, I suppose. Down this bottom right hand corner we've got like a little slider, which is called power saving mode. Now say for instance you're charging your iPad or your iPhone or whatever, once they've actually charged, this will shut off to save juice, which is quite clever really. So that's an handy little touch. I've not tried that yet, to be honest, but I'll be using this a lot. You'll be seeing this a lot over probably the coming months or hopefully years, all being well if it lasts. When you actually shove power save mode on, you get that little battery up there with a couple of leaves in there. You've also got a temperature alert on here as well, so if there's a high temperature that'll pop on. It just basically tells you to stop using the product and leave it to cool down until the icon disappears. You've also got another temperature alert for cold, and along the bottom here, can you see here where it says out? That's your current output power and your current input power. It swaps from side to side really. So basically it's current input power and current output power, and it shows you these. Obviously you've got watts there, obviously that's going out there 2 watts just probably to run this little screen, and as like you say, as soon as you put that light on there it'll nip up to 4. There you go. But yeah, it's a remarkable device. Oh, and another thing as well, the build quality. This is built like a brick shit house. It feels good. I mean, I could have got a battery, then I would have needed a charger, and I mean a battery of 256 watt hour battery, you're looking at 100 quid or thereabouts, and by the time you get a charger, this just made more sense for the price, you know, on the current deal. To be honest, I think even at £250 what it is now, I think it's worth every penny of that. I just got lucky at 180, to be honest. So obviously I picked one up. They do a massive range of these, absolute huge, real big things on big trolleys on wheels and all sorts, you know, real mega powerhouses. But this is a good start. This has got me. It's got me a bit of the bug with this thing, really. I mean, you could, God, gee, well, you're with these things, aren't they? I just find it remarkable what you get these days for your, I won't say what you get for your money, but what you can get in a small box, you know. But yeah, we'll be doing a bit more with this over the coming months and years, all being well. I'll be trekking about with this. I might try and find something to put it, well, not something to put it in, I'll probably put it in a backpack, no doubt, with a radio and carry the antenna up to the top like that. But yeah, it's going to be some good fun with this. I'm going to enjoy it. She ain't won't boil a kettle there, but we'll have to take a flask for that job. Oh, another thing I know I meant to explain on this. This is obviously a UK 3-pin outlet. They do it in the EU, the Australian type one, and also the American 2-pin. So everyone's catered for by Anker by the looks of it. I bought this out of my own money, by the way, guys. No one sent me this in. But I tell you one thing, Anker, if you want to, you can send me some of the bigger ones out to try, because these are fantastic. Highly recommended. And if the bigger one's anything like this, wow, yeah. So Anker, yeah, feel free to send me one out. I'll give it a go. Yeah. Anyway, guys, on that note, hope this has been helpful. Like I say, I'd recommend this wholeheartedly. It'd be great fun for anyone for doing QRP or for camping, whatever really, dear God. I mean, they claim I think this will charge a MacBook Air 4 plus times, which I can't see why not at all. It'll charge 5 devices simultaneously, which is amazing. So yeah, it goes on and on with what this can do, really. Anyway, guys, that's enough of me wobbling on again and talking a lot of crap. And if it's been helpful, a thumbs up wouldn't go amiss, and a subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Catch you later.